morning, everyone. Today is the final day here at the dirt track at Charlotte for World Finals. We are starting off the morning. We, as in me and Dad, we are heading to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He's going to be on MRN's Winged Nation, so excited for that. Going to be heading over there here shortly. It's about 9:30. Mike's going to be hanging here at the track. Already dropped him off, so just picking Dad up, hitting the road. So hang tight, because I am really excited for this, because they got a lot of great people coming on this morning. So going to do the best I can to record it all for you. So hang tight, and we'll be there shortly.
This one's actually on the side.
When we're on that track, that tire seemed to work better there too, because it likes the tire against the tire.
I've seen you do, and even stuff this weekend that I've seen, I'm like, yeah, there were, it's not just.
The next time it came, I knew everything. Back then, they used to put out racing, they'd have the.
When we talk about superstars, he is a member of the Northeast Dirt Modified Hall of Fame, and he has so many great moments in modified racing, so many great moments in sprint car racing. Shoot, I saw him run truck races as well. So, Ray, you got your buddy Pauchy on the stage with you. Take it away.
I do, and I just want to clarify this. I want to be nice to him now, because when we start, I'm going to roll into him pretty hard. But Billy and I have been friends since 1977, and we've done a lot of things together. And I can tell you that throughout his career, I've watched him do things that you dream about as a race car driver. NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, he won the biggest pavement modified race that we have, the Race of Champions, is the all-time feature winner at several different tracks in the Northeast. His career has been amazing, and he's just always been about it. That's just his job. So that's as nice as I'm gonna be to you. But did you ever figure out how many races and championships you've won yet, or not?
I had Mandee looking up this morning.
Mandee looked it up? Okay.
Like I said, I don't keep track of it. They're all numbers, It's like your age. It's a number, It's how you feel and how many wins you got. I don't want to get stuck on any numbers like some guys do that. I just keep going, try to win.
And you won how many this year?
6.
6, and another championship.
And another championship, yeah. But it was pretty cool. We did it at a track, Bridgeport Speedway, and they've got a quarter mile, they've got a 3/8 mile, and they got a 5/8 mile, and we had to run half the races, 6 or so on the small 3/8, and we won 3 there. We won 3 on the big. I still got a good arm.
Still racing, so.
But I've always looked at Billy as like, he's like the Waylon Jennings of dirt track racing. It's like, he's just kind of the guy that just sits there, and I remember the days when he used to have a cigarette, and he just kind of was just cool and chilled out, and then he'd go out there and just whip your ass on the racetrack, and then still look just like that after he gets out there, fire another one up, he's sitting there cool as can be. He's like, this is just what he does every day, all day, every day.
Well, me and Billy actually raced together a good bit. He used to try and give me advice. I didn't listen to him because we were racing pavement at that time. But we had a lot of fun racing around in Flemington. But the question I've always wanted to ask, I don't think we've ever really talked about this. What was it like to go around Syracuse at 150 miles an hour?
Absolutely.
In a sprint car.
In a sprint car.
I'm sure Tony could answer that question. It's like running Daytona.
No.
It's not that bad when you're going in the right direction, but when you go in the wrong direction, it gets your attention pretty quick because the car starts hovering over the ground and stuff. But I think the year before I won Syracuse, I started on the front row, went down into 1. Everybody's got to beat him into 1. That's the race. Got to beat him into 1. Well, that ain't the whole race. The race is a lot more than that, but it helps to beat him into 1. So I beat him into 1, and I went down in there, and it was slick, and the car winged down so hard, the right rear was off the ground, the right front was off the ground, and it turned like this. And I turned to the left and looked at the front stretch of all the cars behind me coming. I said, this is it. I'm going to die right here. And somehow I got it turned and straightened out, and, made a few more laps, so I finally spun it out and backed it in the wall. But it was one of them, I'm going to die.
Yeah, that's why you will not see me ever. Syracuse isn't around anymore, but you would never see me on a dirt mile in a wing sprint car. I mean, I ran the top speed I ever ran in an Indy car was 250 at the end of the backstretch at turn 3 at Indy. We run 212 at Michigan going into turn 1. I want nothing to do with running a 410 wing sprint car on a mile dirt track.
They're really not meant for a mile, you know.
Right.
I mean, the wings are light in there. I've had the wing blow up. I've had the wing blow down. I'm going down the backstretch here, I don't know, 100 some mile an hour, and all of a sudden the wing front broke and the wing stood straight up and just put me in a wheelie going 100 some mile an hour. And I was like, here we're gonna die again. And finally it comes down, and I'm like, you know, you crap your pants, you know. And, and I get in there,
so.
and Lucas Wolf was behind me. Goes, I don't know if it scared you, but it sure scared me watching it.
I can tell you this, it's making me want to climb off of this, curl up in the fetal position on here, and wait till the show's over and move. So
You know, you both say that. You tell them about how scared you are, but neither one of you lift off the gas. You're not thinking about that while you're in the car.
It's because we got to pay rent. Don't confuse bravery with stupidity either, by the way. So.
You know, we talked about all those cars you raced. I mean, all those cars you raced. And, you know, out of that, can you think, what was your favorite car? And what was your least favorite car to drive? Type of car.
Favorite car? Everybody asks me, what do you like better? Sprints, modifieds, this and that. My answer is always, whichever fast and up front. That's the car I like. When you're in the back struggling, you don't want to be in that car. But I thought sprint cars were the most demanding thing I ever drove until I jumped in a late model. And it's like, man, them things, I don't know what they do now, but they're jacked up, carrying the left side, and I can't see out the door, you know, and I'm getting banged into and stuff, and they come in, what do we need to change? I said, you need to put a window on the left side so I can see these guys, because I go in there and it goes up, I see nobody, you know, it's like, we need a window here so we can see these guys racing next to me, you know, and you hit a hole in that rear steer. They're going this way, they're going that way. And maybe it ain't as fast as sprint, but it keeps you up on your toes, you know.
I remember one of the first dirt late model races I ran was in, I think, hill cars when they're sitting still, and they look like they're broke, like somebody wrecked it and it's all twisted up. But then the car goes in the corner and that nose sits flat, just like a Cup car, just like an Xfinity car or truck. And that's the way they got them designed now. But they've learned all that geometry and roll steer and how to get the rear of the car up to where it's getting the air on the spoiler.
How about the right fronts with it?
Those things are science projects
I'm
now.
a Volusia. I'm looking at it, the race before I raced, and I'm like, the right front's broke. It's laid over like this coming out of the turn, but they're set up the camera in so much that it looks like it's broke, you know, but it's some weird stuff going on with them things. And man, you need to be a rocket scientist for them, you know.
That's what the sprint car is probably a little bit more simple and flat feeling. But the other thing that you adapted to that's always amazed me is you won the Race of Champions, the biggest pavement modified race that was held in the Northeast, and you jump into somebody's backup car, and I guess came through, the last 20, 25 laps of that race, if I'm right, you made a charge through the field and ended up winning one of the biggest pavement races that we have. How did that come about? You just give you your backup car, I'm going to go win the biggest race you guys run?
No, I wasn't home that morning, and I'm taking a shower, so my wife was upstairs. Hey, Flemington Speedway's on the phone, and they want to know if you want to drive Mary Florey's car. I'm like, and I knew it was Race Champions weekend. You know, I didn't have a ride or nothing. It was the same weekend as Eastern States. I'd never ride for her, so I said, hell yeah, I'll come do it. You know, so I go up there, I warm the thing up, and I didn't know them guys. I haven't run asphalt all year. It was the first time I Flemington paved, and I did it for a year or so, and almost killed myself 2-3 times. I said, I gotta get out of this. I gotta go do something different. You know, say for me, I come home and back then I had a little longer hair, and I'm like, what the hell? You chewing gum in my hair? It was the rubber from all the tires and stuff. I'm like, this is just how you get it. I come home, I was depressed, and asphalt when you run dirt, it's different, you know. And I just didn't take to it real well at first, but I knew that was a really good car. I knew the car could win race. I think who was supposed to drive it that day, Doug Everett or something, and he didn't show up. And they called me. I said, hell yeah, I'll drive. So I go up there, warm it up, and got up to speed pretty quick. And I think don't know if we time trialed or what, but I ended up to, remember that dip getting into 3? I hit it and the car spun, I crashed. I was like, oh boy, this is great. So I said, I don't live far from here. Bring it down to my shop. We straightened it out, went back the next day, ran the Concy last chance race, qualified, started 43rd. And, you know, we're racing 250 laps. It was a long ass race, and Flemington was like a big circle, and it would wear your ass out. I mean, you used to have to put your head up against the thing. I used to take a seat belt and strap my leg to the roll cage. So,
2 or 3 cigarettes?
yeah, I didn't have time
David
for that.
Pearson Jr.
So I'm out there, you know, and I was in pretty good shape back then, you know, for the shape I was in, smoking and all, but whatever. And we got running a race, and got up about 200 lap mark, and I'm like, I can't get no more out of it. The car's too tight. I'm pushing them. I just couldn't get it to turn no more. So he said, next caution, pit. So it was right after 200 to something. I pitted, come in, they put a new right front on, made a change. I went back out, and boy, I'm coming through the field. And I got up to, I think it was 5 to go, I was 5th. And I think it was Reggie Ruggiero, one of the Fuller brothers.
One of Fuller's, yeah.
And Tony Cisco, they were 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I was 5th. And I come rolling into 3. You know how Flemington, you roll up, and then you roll back down, coming out. And I rolled by all of them but Reggie. He started to come back down. We bumped a little bit. He wasn't too happy about it, but I got by him. And Mike Unisco was leading the race, and he was out of sight. And he broke a coilover or something. And I caught him. I think I caught him coming around for the white flag and passed him. I didn't even know. I didn't know who was leading or what, you know. And I come around, took the checker flag, and they're like, you won. I'm like, oh shit, really? I'm like, I had no idea, you know. So it was pretty cool. I mean, to be 5th with 5 to go and come through and win a race, it's cool, you know. You guys can
Especially
relate
when
to
you're
that.
home without a rock.
Yeah, and then they're all asphalt people. They don't know me, you know. I was like, Billy who? Billy Pauch? Who's he? You know, it's like all them asphalt people never knew me, you know. And back then, after that, I started running little asphalt. I would run for Dick Barney at Flemington. I'd run Williamsville Friday night in a sprint car, go to Flemington, run an asphalt car, Saturday pancake car, and then go to Penn National on Sunday to run a dirt modified. It was like 3 different things, you know, but it was a lot of fun. And, you know, you're the same way. You just wanted to run anything, you know, as long as it was fast up front, I'm in.
Does anybody other than me realize that on all those names that he pronounced, that there wasn't a Smith or Jones in that field there?
That's New York
You
modified racing.
go up
Yeah,
north,
I
there's,
know.
I think there's a minimum requirement that there has to be 15 letters in your last name. to
With
be
7
a
of
race
them
car
being
driver.
vowels.
Right.
But when I won Syracuse with a sprint car, it's like you're a national celebrity. You beat the world of outlaws.
Well, yeah, because you're insane.
You set a new track record. You led every lap. We even got best appearing car, you know. So I was like, I had people call me, hey, come drive my car. I went to Tucson, Arizona, run a late model. I went to the Copper World and run a midget. I think it was a champ car that Parnelli Jones drove with a big old wraparound thing. And it was like, the midget, I'm out there, I blew 2 motors up. You drove midgets there. That's hairy. You get down to turn a little midget on a mile there, and it's moving around, I'm chasing it. Boom, motor blows up, come in, they put another one in. Go out there chasing one, boom, it blows up. I'm like, I'm done with that, they're out of motors.
Yeah.
So Coney comes over, hey, I got another motor. Get out of here. I don't want to be doing this ain't me, you know. And I watch the race and they're all out there doing that. It's like, that's it, you know, but that's hairy to midget. You're talking about a sprint car on a mile. What about a midget?
Yeah, but if you think that's scary, you should be in a V6 Silver Crown car and have Jack Hodenshield go by you on the dog leg on the backstretch sideways and pass you, and you go, he's not going to make, he did make the corner. I'll be damned. And he would do that. He did, no, that's what I kept thinking. I'm like, there's no way this guy's going to make it to the end of the race. And I'll be damned if he ran 3rd and I ran 4th. I'm like, this guy can't have any tire left. But I mean, he'd run through the dog leg sideways. I'm like, this is going to be big at the end of it. How he made it through, how he made it through 3 every lap was a miracle. How he had a tire on was amazing. But he'd sit there, he was fearless around there. But it was, the miles were, when you ran, whether it was Springfield, DeQuoin, with Silver Crown and midgets, or Phoenix, oh man, it would definitely get your attention for sure.
He
good to
was
know you guys-
behind me in Syracuse there when he crashed out trying to pass me at the inside berm. But if I had a mirror, he probably would have scared me to death.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know?
That was the
It's
best thing that could happen is you didn't see him back
Yeah,
there.
I know. It's like a lot of times you don't see that stuff. Man, if you see it, it would scare you. This guy's going to take me with him, you know?
It's good to know that that guy scared that stuff impresses you guys with other guys, because it's surely impressive for us to watch from the grandstands. But you know, we just as we're winding down, I wanted to just touch on one thing. We talked about the generations. You know, everybody here with the with Bobby Allen and then with Terry and Blaney, and you've got Billy Jr., who's had a heck of a year, 10 wins in a championship, and then you got BP3. I mean, looking down, your dad Roy was legendary up where we were, then you, now Billy, and I guess BP3. I guess we kind of nicknamed him BP3, because he doesn't want to be the fourth.
He shows interest in racing. You know, he got a little go-kart that I tow him around in. It's got a roll cage and stuff that I built for little Billy.
How fast do you tow him?
Well, we can think of that. He's only 3 years old. We don't want to scare him yet, you know. But he likes it. He's into racing. My whole family has always been into racing. You know, my father raced. My mother did powder puffs, and I raced. Billy races. Mandee's involved with it. You know, she raced one powder puffs, and you know, she's more the famous one now. You know, I walk around with her. They ask for her autograph. Not mine no more. You know, it's like, oh, you're Mandee Pauch. Who's this guy with you? I don't know. But it's cool to have your family involved in it, you know, and she does a lot for the sport with her videos and stuff, trying to promote it, which, you know, social media a lot of times trying to tear down the sport. It takes some people to try to build it up and show the positive aspects of it.
Well, we appreciate you more not getting into all those stories from the old Matheny benefits and stuff, especially with my wife being here. We might have consumed a beverage or two, and I don't think we ever really got in a lot of trouble, but we probably got a little bit of trouble.
Remember the time we went to the first PRI show down in
Yeah,
Nashville?
I remember that. It was really
If any story that starts with remember that year at the PRI show, it never ends well. Everybody remembers starting something at the PRI show. They don't normally remember finishing it.
No, that was Postman, got anything?
So that was really, really cool. I mean, what Steve and Aaron do, you know, with just dirt racing in general is pretty incredible. But to have Dad recognize Bobby Allen, Blaney, Terry McCarl, it's pretty cool, and hearing the stories and all them just laughing around, making jokes, that was cool. So now, we just got our menus. I'm not gonna tell you where we are because it is so jam-packed, guys. Like, it's just so crowded already that I found a hiding spot, a nice, quiet restaurant that I'm not gonna tell you guys. I'm sorry. I tell you everything, but this one I'm gonna keep to myself because nobody's here. So, getting lunch with Mom and Dad, and then heading back to the track. It's about 1 o'clock. I think driver's meeting's 2:45, so hopefully I make it in time. But gonna take a breather, head to the track. So it begins. What's up? So while I have a hot minute, since there's literally nothing going on, rush back and we're all just staring at each other. As Billy and Mike said, I come back, I'm like, guys, what the name is? And they're like, oh, you know, just here all day, overthinking, probably making too many changes. Yeah, that's the issue of being here all day. But anywho, so I did, let me open this phone back up. I did a giveaway. I asked you guys in my day number 1 video to follow my Instagram and tag 2 friends. So you guys, so many people commented, so many people entered the giveaway. I am blown away. I am going to choose 4 winners. 4 winners. So first winner, I do apologize in advance if I do pronounce your name wrong. I'm gonna do my best. Cole Gauthier. I will also be tagging your names in the post so you guys know that you won too. We got Cole, Matt Grenier, Olivia Blackburn, and Lauren Huffer. Congratulations to all 4 of you who are my giveaway winners. And I do appreciate all of you who participated. And if you're officially following me on Instagram, welcome. I love you all. It's definitely the best place to follow me, like for my everyday, day-to-day, today, every minute life, because I post a lot on there. So if you want to stay up to date with me this off season, definitely follow me on Instagram, and I will be sending out these giveaway prizes this coming week.
18-year-old Chauffeur has a very bright future ahead of him in motorsports. A 12th place finish last night in modified competition for the number 9.
It's 6 o'clock, and I really feel like I have not videotaped anything for you guys. Literally, like, alright, let me step out. This is what it's been looking like. Everyone just standing around, talking to each other, because we have nothing to do. Literally nothing to do. Late model heats are out now. They're gonna do track maintenance, redraw for everything, and then sprint car, C main, B main, last chance, dash, track maintenance, art feature. Not a whole lot to videotape. Extremely boring. However, in other news, you're gonna see like all the cars covered up, getting kept warm. All got their heaters, their blankets. Cars are warm. Us, however, not so much. I was thinking this is probably the most romantic thing that we've done in a while.
Super Dirt Series Big Box, moving up. You have a last chance showdown for the sprint cars going on the track now. Then we have 3 World Outlaw late model last chance showdowns.
So basically what I was saying,
and then we
it's the most romantic thing we've done in a while. We've got
once again
picnic tables,
last chance showdown for the
warm
sprint
beverage,
cars going on the track now.
drive-in movie
Then we
theater
have 3 last chance showdowns for the sprint cars, and then
with some
we are
sprint
off.
cars. All day for this. Alright, so Billy rolls off 10th, Mike rolls off 14th. We got 40 laps. Everything will be fine. I always say everything will be fine. However, again, all day, I don't know what happened, but whatever rim right where it was on for Billy's car, the cover was not bolting to it correctly. So right now it only has a plug in it, and the track is rough out there. And if you lose that, oh, my ride is here. And oh, here he is. Huh. Come on. So yeah, if you lose that, it'll feel like you got a flat tire. It'll feel like you got something in your tire. So I hope they can fix it in time.
Much better. We were dirty. we started 14th and got up to 8th. There was only one caution on lap 2, and everybody else that had failures and stuff just pulled in the infield, and we went green the rest of the way. So for 38 laps straight going green, and the field being kind of spread out, that was a pretty good run for us. It's a great finish to our season. You know, it kind of shows what we're stepping it up just a little bit here. Looking forward to next year. I want to thank Streetside Classics for joining us at our Charlotte tour, and of course Adirondack Auto, Adirondack Chevrolet, Hutting Nissan, Olums, Bosch, DMI, and Burt, ATL, Shop Trade, VA, Arts. Just say it. Oh. Stop Tech Brakes and Draco Springs. SRI helped us a bunch this week. Thanks Andy and my crew did a really good job. They worked really hard on the car. We didn't have any failures or anything wrong this week, so it was cool. Connor did a great job, and we had Brad on board, Brad Weaver. He's really big help, and we joined Josh with us this weekend. He did an awesome job as well. So everybody's learning and getting better, and really looking forward to next year, as I said, because we got some stuff to work on this winter, and we'll be better.
We went backwards tonight. Not the worst, but we started 10th and got 13th. It was too tight. I you always come to these tracks on 2-3, and I was too tight on entry there that time, and it just killed me. I had to literally run the fence all the way around and knock it down to get the turn. So make notes, don't ever do that again, and come back at that side of it. So we definitely got it in one piece, and we didn't look like complete idiots out there. So I guess if we're gonna end it, that's the way it goes. So it's not a bad weekend. We'll take it.
Good luck tomorrow.
Bye, Mandee.
All right, so you guys got Mike and Billy's recap. We kind of did this a little backwards because we got a boogie because this guy is going to go race at Bridgeport tomorrow. So I was told, recap, we're out. So, not bad. I mean, somewhat decent of a way to finish the season for Mike, especially. He went forward, got 8th. Billy, hammered down on top, man. We watched in turn 1 and 2, and I'm like, every time, like, oh, come out, because he's like this close to the wall. Whew, that was the highest I think I've seen him run in a long time. So, I think, bear with me. I think Decker won, right?
Yeah, I think Decker won. I think Matt Williams was second. I think
Maresca. I think Maresca got in there.
Did he?
Shepard got 4th, yeah.
Matt got 3rd then.
No, Maresca got 3rd, Shepard got 4th.
Okay.
Yeah. We think. We think. So, yeah, decent way to close out. Sorry it's going to be dark, but Dad, what's your 2 cents on the weekend?
My 2 cents, it was good racing. It was actually pretty good racing. It's just tough qualifying because the track's so wet and hard to pass, and you need to time good, start up front in your heat race, because if you don't, you're in trouble. The features kind of widened out, got racy. Guys come from the back to the front, that's what you want. And I only got to watch the modified features and 1 sprint car feature, but they all were good features. Tonight I watched the kid most of the race and a little bit of Mike, and kept glancing towards Decker and Shepard and Matt Williams, and you know, they were putting on a good race there. All 3 of them were at it, you know, but I was kind of more watching my kid than I was them. But I guess Matt Williams won the championship, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to him. That's a first. And you know, to beat Matt Shepard, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Shepard's gone like 5 or 6 straight. So, especially, I think is legit first time on the tour, like full time for Matt.
That's cool.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's a good feat.
I don't think Shepard had too shabby of a year, but to come out on top in the points and beat him, that's pretty impressive. You know, Matt did a good job driving this year, and you know, he was with good teams, and they won the points.
Yeah. So, if you can see Mom and Speed back there, they're back there. So that is a wrap on World Finals. Oh, make sure Dad can see where we are. So that's a wrap on World Finals. Sad the season's coming to a close. However, we got 1 more race tomorrow, guys. I think is it technically tomorrow the last race on the 5/8? Is this like the Bon Voyage race?
Well, according to Doug Rose, he's bulldozing using the 5/8 to build the new track and using the guardrail from the 5/8 to on the new track. So I would say, yeah, that's pretty much it for the 5/8.
So we're gonna set some history tomorrow. We're gonna be the last one to win on it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Anybody remember who was the first one to win on it?
No.
I do.
Who?
Kenny Brightbill.
Kenny Brightbill?
1972.
Were you there for that?
I wasn't there,
No.
but I know he won the first race they ever had there.
That's
I think
cool.
Lindy Vicari was involved.
Okay, cool. Fun fact. All right, so make sure to... Oh, wait, I'll let you close out. I don't think you've closed out before.
I've never closed out. I guess, watch Mandee's video, like Mandee's video, subscribe to Mandee's video, send her fan mail, email her, tweet her. What else?
Oh, you're pretty good. I like this. This is good. This is good. You're on a roll.
Give it all. Send a few smoke signals out. Let her know you like her videos.
And come back tomorrow to see how this guy does. See you guys.